Hi, it's Artificial Fire Tiger, and we're continuing on working in Diva, looking at presets, backwards engineering them, working out what's going on, and trying to learn how Diva works. I'll explain the parameters as we go, as we try and create this type of sound. Got a very organy, kind of pad, swelling sound. Great for sort of spacey, chill out textures. Anyway, so we initiate our Diva synth and let's copy our settings over and work out what they are. So the first one is to work on the dual VCO, which is 2 oscillators, adjusting this up to 1 octave up. This one is quite far down, and then we've got the choice of what sounds we're using a sine wave. Turn this one off, and whatever that one is, let's see what that one is, a PWM, pulse width modulation, something along those lines. If you know what it is, drop it in the comments, let me know. We're choosing a little bit of a mix to the left, so a bit more of this sound versus this, so this volume controls which oscillator has more sound coming through. And it's LFO 2 setting. I'm not sure what this is. I need to look into what that does. And let's see what sound we have. There's so a bit of work to do, mainly around the shape and the filtering of it, but I think the oscillator is fairly close. Let's just check our pitch settings. So we need to adjust this here, so you can change the transpose pitch settings for everything that's coming through here, plus the oscillators themselves. You can adjust the octaves there. So now we're getting quite a crunchy sound. I think that's it for the oscillator settings. Let me just take a look. They have changed to LFO1, but there's nothing happening on these. It's pushing both those through. Don't think that's affecting anything. Let's see if we can work out this LFO. No, still none the wiser. Let's move over to our filtering section. We've got our HPF pre-filter with a bit of frequency. It says that you adjust this up, it takes a lot of the frequency out. So bringing just that much in, and they've decided on the bite filter with quite a low cutoff. So this is how much cutoff we're getting through here. And the driver here is envelope 2. So these are 2 envelopes. We'll change these to analog to match those up. And this envelope 2 here is dialed in, and we'll be using this shape to drive our cutoff. So this is slow attack. So when we press a key, that's high attack, means it kicks in straight away. Slow attack means it's going to fade in. Often used in pad sounds as a kind of swelling effect, so that's a lot of pads use that technique. We've got no sustain, and we've got quite a high release, meaning that when we let go of the key, it just slowly releases out. Let's adjust this shape as well, and we'll work out where envelope 1 is used a bit later. Actually, that's a good example of the release. It's quite low, so as soon as I release the key, it's finished. If I put this up, it fades out more slowly. Now they've got modulation wheel here, and that's dialed in so that you can adjust the pitch using the modulation wheel. So up and down with the modulation wheel will bring in more pitch. So let's see how close we are to the sound. We're fairly close. There seems to be differences in volume, so let's just check that out. So output is pretty much the same, and the volume is pretty much the same. So something else is affecting volume. At this point, I'm not sure what it could be, it could actually be the effects. I have seen effects adjusting the volume. There's Oz versus. It's pretty much there, I think. We seem to be a lot louder. I've just played a little chord. Theirs seems to fade in a lot slower. So let's have a look at our LFO settings. There's nothing affecting our LFO here. I'll just put this to 1 second. I'm not entirely sure what our LFOs are actually doing at this point. Well, I'll change this to LFO 1. I mean, because it's not dialed in, I can't perceive any difference there, really. So something else is potentially affecting our volume. It seems to fade in very slowly, so maybe it's one of these envelopes. Okay, I don't know. Let's put the effects on, because maybe they're adjusting the sound. So we'll put the phaser in, and we'll put the plate reverb in, and the rate is low on the phaser. Wet is low on the plate. That's probably it, because that sounds fairly close, and that's how you create this. Still a bit lower on this. And that's how you create an organ pad. I hope you enjoyed this. I've enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll be taking more presets apart as we go. Try to learn things. I'll see you next time.